welcome back. I just wanted to do a quick reading update kind of dealio, because my reading for this month is not going as planned for many reasons. But since I put it on my TBR and I feel bad about doing what I'm about to do, here we are. Gonna talk about it real brief. So first things first, I am disappointingly for sure not going to be finishing my whole TBR. The point and reason being is this lovely book, The Dragon Warrior by Katie Zhao, that I was so excited for and really wanted to read, has to go back to the library, and I've barely made any progress in it. So I'm not going to be able to finish it before I have to return it, which is like right now, which is very frustrating. But I figured I could talk a little bit about why, because I've had this book for quite a while, and I read a good amount of like middle grade and fantasy and all that kind of thing, which this hits all those notes. It's got some fun Chinese mythology going on in it. But for whatever reason, I'm just not connecting with the main character or the story. And I'm very sad about it because I want to read more Asian books, and I think it's a fun concept that she's this little girl who's going to turn into this dragon warrior, at least presumably based on the title. I love the Chinese mythology. That part's been really fun. But alas, I'm just not connecting to the story. I don't know if it's because it's too similar to other plot lines, that even though it's this cool Asian protagonist and stuff, that since it's in a lot of ways a storyline that I've read a good amount, where it's like, I'm not like other girls, I'm the warrior girl instead of being a girly girl. And it's not like played quite like that, but she's got like a brother who's more of a scholar and she's more of a warrior, so trying to flip some stereotypes, except for it kind of feels like the same way that stereotypes have been flipped a lot. So I feel bad for not liking it. I really do, but I haven't been invested in it, and so I'm not going to be able to finish it in time. So that's an update on my TBR that I feel really bad about. But I would pick up more Katie Zhao, and maybe I just need a different one of hers that's not this one, and I'll like them more, because just this particular story I'm not connecting with, and I don't know why, and I'm frustrated because I do want to learn like the mythology and stuff that's in it. It does have like a glossary in the back, so that's cool. It talks about all the different like gods and things that are in the book, and that part's fun, and I do enjoy that. So I don't know, I'm frustrated and sad about it, but that's where we stand with this book, because it's got to go back to the library and I won't be finishing it, and I'm very sad. On the other hand, a different book that I picked up from the library that was not on my official TBR but still fits my theme of the month really, really, really well. I've got this fun little thing, The Gurkha and the Lord of Tuesday. Oh my gosh. So this is like a 200-page little novel. I picked it up because the premise sounded kind of interesting. Not quite what I would normally read, but interesting. And then I just ate it up and read it in like a day. It was so fun and so good. It was so quirky. It had a great sense of humor to it. There was one line in particular that I wanted to highlight at the end that it made me laugh so hard. And it's just the kind of humor that's within like the whole story. And so if I can find that line real fast, I want to read that out, because it was good and it was fun. I'm not seeing it though. I should have prepared better. I forgot that I wanted to mention it until I started the video, of course. Oh, here we go. Here's the line. Okay, so the general premise, we've got the Gurkha and the Lord of Tuesday. The Gurkha being a character that the Lord of Tuesday meets after he's slept for like a millennia or something. And so he's waking up in a slightly more like sci-fi version of our own world. There's the city of Kathmandu that's nearby, and the Gurkha takes him there, and the city of Kathmandu is ruled by karma, so they're trying to take down karma is the essential general plot of it, without giving away too many details of how all of the intricacies of it play in. It's super fun. But within the city, they meet a second djinn, because the Lord of Tuesday is also a djinn. Sorry, I'm doing a really bad job of explaining this, but they meet a second djinn who's like this teenage girl who loves K-pop, and her full name is like Retro K-pop Fangirl or something silly like that, but she goes by Riji. And then the line that I wanted to quote is right here, is describing her. Riji scowled, which was her normal expression, and thus failed to convey the sheer depth of her current sulk. And there were just so many little beautiful lines in this story that just gave me such good laughs that were like that. Like, from square one of reading this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like this book. And I instantly connected with it. So it's, I guess, kind of an example between the two of these. How this one, I like the premise a lot. I was really excited for it, and for whatever reason, I'm not connecting with it. Whereas this one, the premise was interesting enough, but it was definitely not like my usual kind of read. But the minute I opened it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna like this book. It's so good. I highly recommend it. So, here's my recommendation to go along with my I didn't finish it because I'm a bum and I didn't get enough interest in it because I didn't connect with the story. It happens, right? It's no fault of Katie Zhao's. The story is fun. I like the concept. It just wasn't connecting with me, and every book will not be for everyone. So that's where I'm at with that. If you happen to have read either of these, let me know. Maybe you can convince me to finish reading The Dragon Warrior. If you haven't, have some nice things to say about it to encourage me to pick it up from the library again, which I kind of want to do anyways because I do feel bad for not finishing it before I had to return it. But if you've read this, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. If you haven't read it, go read it. That's all I've got for now. This is the Umla Harper signing out.